Hello and welcome to the Talkin Prem podcast exclusive YouTube weekly tip show. It's week two. To start off the show, just like last week, Jared's got a couple of major transfers for the Premier League that have just come through. So we'll go through those, Jared, and react to them.
Absolutely, mate. Big news, big news.
Oh, and Aashir's here.
That's the
Aashir's
biggest
back.
news of all.
Yeah.
Aashir's
Forgot that
back.
bit. So he's going to be part of the tipping for the Premier League season, and he'll be in the ladder.
He did give us a ladder. Might as well bring him on board for the tips.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Booth couldn't make this week's show. He had a dentist appointment with his fillings falling out, something like that. Just classic WA eating dirt, and that shit happens. But no, boys. I think we should jump straight into it. Some big transfers coming through overnight. Probably one of the biggest ones. Thiago Alcantara, Bayern Munich midfielder, is now a Liverpool player for the absolute bargain price of £20 million.
Yeah, it's insane that they could get him. A player like that for that cheap is ridiculous, and it just makes Liverpool just a little bit more unbeatable, and it makes our prediction of them winning the league a little bit better, Jared.
I think he does. Look, they had a really, really good squad depth as well in Liverpool before these transfers as well, and look, he does have that attacking flair that could really boost Liverpool's front three. Defensively, definitely not as strong as the other two, like Henderson and Fabinho. Even I think Naby Keita is probably a stronger defensive midfielder than Thiago, but all in all, like he's got the flair, he's passing ability, like he's an all-round central midfielder, and he's definitely going to boost those ranks.
Oh, yeah. Aashir nods in approval.
Is she with the cops behind him yet?
Another thing, I mean, Thiago's obviously a great signing, but like, do you reckon he'll be starting for them? And if he does, who do you reckon he'll be replacing?
Well, he's not starting for 2 weeks. I can give you that tip fresh off the brain.
And he probably won't start straight away anyway. It'll be a bring him in sort of thing and see what the squad's doing at the time. If they're struggling, then he'll probably go straight in to try and improve it. But if they're doing all right, he'll probably be an off-the-bench player when they need a little bit of a spark.
Yeah.
As for replacing, man, I hate to say it, but maybe Jordan Henderson, who's lost a step.
You reckon they'll drop their captain?
Not drop, but bring him off the bet. Like
replace him. Yeah, bring him on. Yeah. I could kind of see him in maybe even pushing up the field further. Maybe even as the game wears on, bringing Roberto Firmino off and pushing the two wide men a bit probably closer up front as probably two strikers as well. But he can play a defensive midfield role, so he can come on for like your Fabinhos or even the Ox if he's playing, Naby Keita, whoever's in that midfield, he slots straight in.
Yeah.
Move him around like there's a lot of depth in that squad, and it's again like the season started later, so it's going to be more of a compact season than previous years as well. So having that extra midfield boost is he might not start a lot of Premier League games immediately, but I can definitely see him coming in any cup games and again boosting that squad to again favourable champions.
Yeah, absolutely. The other ones?
The other one as well, it looks like Liverpool and Wolves have agreed a deal for £45 million for Diogo Jota. That's a lot of money spent on a backup striker.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I guess you just go with depth. I more look at it as like a depth option. You talk about how it's going to be a compressed season. They're going to need to give the likes of Salah and Mane a break. Cup games especially. I mean, they're going to go, you'd assume, fairly well deep into both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. So it's a bit of a chance to, bring those guys out, give them a game off and give this guy a run. And the same with Premier League games when you're coming up against, the teams at the bottom, your Brightons, your West Broms, your Fulhams, give him a chance to get on the field, give them a break, sort of just manage them. That's what I look at that as. But again, it's
a good point. But like he's a proven Premier League goal scorer. He was Wolves' leading goal scorer last year. But again, it's a big price tag for like Liverpool. Off the bench. Like they've got Divock Origi. Like he's a proven goal scorer, and he shows up in big games when you need him to. So it's a massive. I think it's a massive gamble for Liverpool. To be fair, it could be a big loss for them. Again, Jota's young. He's a proven Premier League player, but it's a lot of money spent on a substitute.
Yeah.
I agree.
And another Liverpool signing.
Another Liverpool signing. The other one as well, Watford have put the price tag of Ismail Assar at £36 million. United and Liverpool are both very keen to bring him into their squads. United desperately want another winger, and I can see him going in. So, Aashir, you are a United fan.
Yep.
How do you feel about Ismail Assar coming in?
I mean, obviously, yeah, a much cheaper alternative to Sancho. But again, I've said this from the start. We do not need another winger, really.
Yep.
We've got Mason Greenwood and we've got Dan James off the bench.
Yeah, I feel Dan James he needs to step up his game, but he's not really given that opportunity. You do said Mason Greenwood. I kind of see him more of a centre forward, but as much as I like Martial playing up front, you can move him and Rashford to the wide areas and play Greenwood up front.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and Dan James can come on and for any one of those three, and you can move again any one of those three up front as well. So it's probably a good signing for United just to probably increase their depth attacking wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, they desperately need a centre back. Because I think it does look like Chris Smalling is definitely going to go back to Italy. But I don't think it's going to be with Roma. I think Inter Milan are probably number one to sign him. He had a phenomenal season last year in a league where he is getting older, so he's slowing down a bit. But he did have a good season last year, and I really hope United keep him. He's a good, solid English player, and United desperately need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else, really? Buying Gareth Bale flew into London yesterday to complete his Tottenham medical. So that's pretty much the loan deal's on, boys. So I reckon by the end of this weekend, Bale will be a Tottenham player again. And probably the last few signings, I don't think we covered this on this week's show, but Emiliano Martinez from Arsenal to Aston Villa.
Yep.
So, again, that's probably a good signing for Villa to keep them in the Premier League, which I don't think Jamie's too keen about.
Nope.
But, and then Villa again making another signing from Lyon, Bertrand Traore for 17 million, wide winger. So, look, Villa are spending the cash to kind of keep themselves here. Aashir, your first show back. How do you think Villa are going to go this season?
I mean, I reckon they'll stay in, but only just.
Yeah. I think you had them at like 17th or something. I think you kept them up,
16th, I'm pretty sure,
16th, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Jamie was the only one wanting them desperately to go back down to the championship.
Anyway, all right, we'll get straight into the matches. I've got them up here. Starting off tonight. Oh, shit, I scrolled too far. Tonight, 9:30, Everton versus West Brom. Obviously, home game for Everton. I'll go Boots first. Boots got a 2-0 win to Everton. I'm going a 3-0 win to Everton. I just think the way they played last week against Tottenham was impressive. West Brom don't really have much, and I think Everton's going to do this one easy.
I'm going to go 3-1 Everton. I think Everton will definitely produce the attacking efforts they did last week against West Brom, but I think West Brom could bag either an early or late goal, but I think they will definitely be finally scoring a goal this season.
I reckon, Everton 3-1 as well. Hopefully, Richarlison can get on the score sheet this time.
Yeah,
he's in my fantasy. I really want him to.
Well, he should have scored a goal last week, but he doesn't have a left foot apparently. Next game, Leeds versus Fulham. Leeds off a massive game last week against Liverpool, unlucky not to get at least a point. Booth's got Leeds with a 2-1 win. I'm going to go Leeds 3-0 again. I think there's nothing that they showed last week that tells me they can't score 3 goals, and Fulham attacking really don't have much, so I'll go 3-0 again, 3-0 Leeds. I'm
going to go 2-0 Leeds. The battle of the championship uprises. Leeds over Fulham 2-0. They had a classy display last week against defending champions in Liverpool. Fulham didn't really show much going forward against Arsenal, so Leeds 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go Leeds 2-0 as well. Very unlucky last week as well.
Oh yeah, should have been at least a point. Next game is Manchester United at home to Crystal Palace. So United kicking off their season against Palace. Booth's got United 1-0. I'm going to go United 2-1. I think they'll score a couple of goals, but I also think I can't see Palace not scoring the way they've started the season. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-0, 2-1 United win.
As much as United have struggled desperately in their trial games and lead up into this season, with even Lee Grant popping his name up saying he kept a clean sheet in a trial game to really make Ollie's choice for number one difficult decision. But look, I think United are going to come out firing. I actually think it's going to be probably 4-1 United.
Oh, jeez.
I have faith.
I reckon United 2-0.
2-0 United?
Yeah.
Did I say what Booth said?
I think Booth, you said 1-0 win to United, which
Booth's gone 1-0.
is probably one of the more accurate decisions. Although Crystal Palace have to upset United quite a bit, so I think we may have sold them short here. But I'm sticking to the gun. 4-1 United come out firing.
United's going to concede. Their defense is terrible, so that's what I go with. Next game, Arsenal versus West Ham. Booth's got Arsenal 3-1. I'm going to go Arsenal 4-0. West Ham were terrible last week. Arsenal should have destroyed Fulham by a lot more. I think after another week of training, getting that familiarity back, I think it's going to be Arsenal 4-0.
Yeah, West Ham were not a good side last week.
No.
Yeah, I think Arsenal 3-0 again. I think they're going to go back to back with the 3-0 victories, but it's definitely not a good start to the season for West Ham by my books.
Yeah, I reckon Arsenal 3-0 as well, to be honest. Aubameyang double.
Aubameyang double. She's calling it. I think
double.
I think Jamie's boy Willian will finally break his Arsenal drought of one game to get on the score sheet, but no, it's not looking good for West Ham. 3-0 Arsenal.
No, it's really not. Next game, Southampton at home to Tottenham. Booth's got 1-0 draw. I can't see much wrong with that. I think it'll be a 1-0 draw as well. I'm going to go 1-0 as well.
I think Tottenham. See, Southampton are a good side at home. They really are, except for the time they lost to Leicester and every other team that beats them at home. I'm just digging myself a hole here. I actually think Tottenham probably a 2-1 victory. They may bag a late one.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Can you stop reading my mind this year? That's very rude.
2-1, then to score a late one in the 90th minute.
You guys are only different on one, so.
Yeah, that's where I've showed faith in Aashir's team, and he doesn't think they're going to do anything.
Yeah. All right. So Booth's a 1-0 draw as well. Newcastle at home to Brighton. Newcastle were pretty impressive last week against West Ham. Not that West Ham really showed much. Booth's scored a 1-0 win to Newcastle. I think 2-1 win to Newcastle is on the cards. I think Brighton will score. I mean, they scored against Chelsea, so I think they can score against Newcastle, but I think 2-1 to Newcastle.
I'm gonna call a 2-2 draw in this one. I think Newcastle were very good against very poor West Ham, and in patches Brighton showed they could still move a ball and play good football against Chelsea. So I think they may bag 2 against Newcastle with a bit of a. Chelsea are definitely a stronger squad than Newcastle, but yeah, I think Brighton can at least come away with a point.
I'm probably gonna say Newcastle 1-0. I reckon.
Going with Booth's option. Nice. Newcastle 1-0. Next game, this is the biggest one for the round, I'd say. It's Chelsea at home to Liverpool. I think during the week, Timo Werner said he hadn't come up against defenders as big as they were in the Premier League. Well, he's about to come up against 2 of the biggest in the Premier League. So that's not positive signs for Chelsea fans. Booth's going a 2-2 draw. I'm going to go a Liverpool 3-1 win. I think they're going to bounce back defensively. They'll be solid. Kepa's trash in goals, so they're going to concede goals. And I can't see Liverpool's defense being that bad 2 weeks in a row.
Is it at Anfield or is it at Stamford?
Stamford, but I mean,
at Stamford.
Yeah,
but Chelsea do like the bridge. They really do. I'm going to say 2-2.
It doesn't matter without fans. It does not matter.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
I will say 2-1 Liverpool.
Nice. Both thinking Liverpool. Next game, Leicester versus Burnley. Booth, I think, has predicted this as accurate as you could possibly get a Burnley game. He's gone 0 or draw because it's fucking Burnley. I'm going to go – I think Leicester's going to jag this. I think they're going to get a 1-0 win. Burnley's defense is solid, but the way Leicester started last week, I mean, there's a chance they'll win a penalty and just come away with the win. So, yeah, I'm going to go Leicester 1-0.
I'm going to say Leicester 2-1.
I reckon a 1-1 draw.
Nice. That's pretty accurate. I mean, Burnley loves scoring a goal and then not really giving much up. So.
Yeah. So Burnley to score one early and then defend for 89 minutes and Leicester to score in the 101st.
They'll give away a penalty. Second last game of the rounds is Aston Villa's debut to start the season against Sheffield United, who were terrible against Wolves last week. Booth's gone for a 1-1 draw. I think Aston Villa's going to get this. I think it's going to be 2-0.
I could see the pain in your face saying that.
I think it's going to be a 2-0 Aston Villa win. It just annoyed me that we went down 2-0 so early and our best attacking option off the bench was, hey, let's put David McGoldrick on there and see if he can score a goal. He did bag a goal against Burnley, but I just don't think he's good enough in the Premier League. And what Villa's done midweek, transfer-wise, is amazing. Yeah, they'll be without the Lyon striker, the Lyon player, Traore, but they're going to have the goalkeeper. What's his name again?
Emiliano Martinez.
Martinez.
He'll probably be starting in goal, and they've recruited otherwise pretty good, so I think they're going to get a 2-0 win.
Cash money to bag a goal.
You fucking assholes. Should have sold him to us.
I don't know. It's silly,
man. Yeah, 2-0 Villa.
What did Booth say?
He went 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. That man's an idiot. I'm going to say 2-0.
2-0 Villa?
I reckon 2-1 Villa.
Oh, you're giving us some credit. Nice. Billy Sharp to score the goal? It'll be Ollie Billy. He did look good against Burnley. So.
He does.
And the last game of the season, of the week, sorry, not the season, thank Christ. Wolves at home to Man City. Wolves looked really good at the start of the season against Sheffield United. City haven't played yet. Booth's going a 2-0 City win. I think it's going to be a 3-0 City win. Just because they'll be just chomping at the bit to get out there.
I'm going to say Wolves will score a goal, but City will still win by 2. So I'm going to say it's 3-1 win to City.
3-1 City.
I reckon it'll be a 3-1 City.
Nice. Always makes me feel good when 3 of us go the exact same way. Watch them win 2-0 now. Or 4-0.
No, watch Wolves win 2-0.
Yeah. Watch us all get fucked up. But, that's it for the rounds. So... not bad. Aashir's in this. He's a week behind because we forgot to bring him in last week's show, but it's not like he's that far behind. Going off last week's tally, Booth had the best week. He went 6 correct tips, and he also got a score right, so he's 6-1. Nugget got 5 right, didn't get any correct scores, so 5-0. And I went 4-1 with 1 correct score right and was terrible otherwise. So Booth's in the lead, followed by Nugget, and then me, and Aashir is just behind me on 0-0, but really close. So
it doesn't matter because every score prediction that Aashir got that right this week, I also picked the same one. So I'm just going to
you always keep him away. Unless he gets the United result right.
Yeah.
Unless his lack of faith in his team, he'll jump a little bit closer to you. But other than that, that's our show for the week. Bit of a long one this week, but bit of an interruption halfway through. So I'll see if I can edit that shit out, but probably can't. So otherwise, tune into the show Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Depends how we can get around and do it.
Depends on work, see where people are at. But last fixtures Monday or is it Tuesday? Last fixtures
Tuesday morning.
Wednesday, Thursday we'll probably be able to get it on and
they're doing it.
Yeah, 2 shows a week, boys. Schedule's really starting to pick up. Wait until the Champions League kicks in. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, this tip shows. I mean, wait till the Scottish Premiership starts to heat up. You know, when Rangers are pushing ahead. Just Booth's favourite topic. Other than that, that's us for the week. I don't really have any bets for you because my hot tip of the week last week was terrible, and I didn't even put it on anyway. So
maybe
sorry if you did.
Work on your betting, and we might bring it into next week's show when it's not 20 minutes long.
Yeah. Anyway, that's us. See you next week.
Thanks for coming, Aashir.
See ya.
Thanks, Aashir.